wild as a hound dog can be, because getting 4 finishes and 50% of the team contribution as an assaulter does everything right.
Doing all the heavy lifting for the team. 4 finishes, 50%, because Team Blind had 8. Well, he got 4 of them, and the role of assaulter once again. Everyone is being, living up to it at this point. SpyOp, with this, he was at 5th position, I believe, in the top 5 fragger list.
Yep.
And I think he's going to be jumping up to somewhere around 2nd, maybe even 1st.
No. Third, I do believe, because
Third?
Punk also
Oh,
picked
yeah.
up finishes for himself. And let's not forget that, several other teams on the top. I think Addy was also picking up finishes for himself from Enigma. I won't be shocked if he's there in the top 5, but the overall point standings will be coming on our screens right now. And in the bottoms, it's not going to be the side of 7Cs this time, but rather Big Brothers, who are not at all playing for position points, the least position points to be held after Global Esports, who have got 33 finishes. I mean, they have been picking up fights, but it's just that they're not able to place themselves in the final circles.
Their finishing points are almost triple their position points. That is absolutely insane. But I mean, if you look at it from a strategical, wise, it's not going to be helping you moving on. Like, you need to be in the top 8. I mean, points. Come on, you're on 46. Team EXO is on 9th position with 79. That's almost double once again. You have to put up some numbers. You have to get those position points. And tomorrow, I believe, they will only play for the position points.
I mean, loose cannons, that is what they're going to be, as it's going to be Team 0 on the 10th position with 63 points. Let's keep that, and 80 points for the 9th position. And let's see how much points the other teams need to put up just to fight it out against the top 8 teams. The first one is going to be Hydra's 118, yet again being the sweet spot. 82 points is what 8-Bit have got. Blind is also under the radar with 2 winner chicken dinners, still 82 points. 84 coming in from side of Enigma Forever. We have Team Soul with 84 as well. Enigma with 89 points and 91 for the side of Revenants. I mean, every single team is still under the radar until the top 2 itself, because Insane and Hydra will have a little bit of a breathing space where they can actually add on to the points, find an average of 10 in every single game, and make themselves through. But the teams on the bottom, like Big Brothers and Global Esports, will have to do miracles just to make it into the top 8.
And let me remind you, ladies and gentlemen, it's all about the top 8 proceeding towards the LAN event. And right now, talking about head-to-head team coming in. I believe we have Hydra and Insane coming in. No, it's going to be 8-Bit and EXO. Position number 8 for the side of 8-Bit. Position number 9 for the side of EXO. I believe the point difference between these two teams is somewhere around 3 points. So it's not a lot coming in. But the finishing points, oh my god, a difference of 10. Not in the favor of 8-Bit, but in the favor of Team EXO.
Team EXO have already done the talking with the gun, and tomorrow it's all about trying to get an average, trying to make sure it brings the team, Sensei brings the team into the final circles, and making sure they go in for the possession points, which is not hard for a person like that, as this IGL has proved to us every single time. If somebody is there to predict the zone perfectly, that one name could also be Sensei himself. But this is going to be the head-to-head between these two teams. But let's look at the head-to-head players. 2 good players coming in on the screens over here. With the finishes is what we have to look at, as Jackson, the strongest of the assaulters out there from the side of Hydra, with 21 for himself, whereas assaulter of Blind is going to be SpyOp with 16 for himself. But the best part is this: even though he's got the bigger numbers, he's just that 51% of the contribution. That means the other teams, the other teammates, also have certain amount of finishes for themselves as well.
Doing more than half the work. Now that is impressive coming in from Jackson, as SpyOp did a marvelous job as well in the final match, getting 4 finishes. But even before that, he was on a really good roll. 16 finishes to his name, 48% team contribution, almost half the team's work. Once again, being that heavy lifter, it's still a massive job. I mean, this tells me that the support is, living up to the expectation, right? That is what it tells me.
Obviously, right. And we'll be looking at the top 5 fraggers to find out who's going to be from Enigma over here, Avi or Addy.
No one.
Oh my goodness, they just got taken down. It's going to be Max Kosh coming in with 16 points. Siam coming in with 16. Blind OP. Oh, SpyOp climbing up the ladder, as you correctly pointed out, in the 3rd spot with 16 for himself. So it's 15, 15, 16, I do believe. The numbers are way too small for me to see, but still, I think that I'm right over here, as Punk will be getting 19 for himself. But Jackson on the other side, this
on a
man,
different level.
Oh yes, he's been like the man to watch out for. And no wonder his team has got the triple digit when it comes to the points table. 21 finishes from a solo man. And let's see who else will be chiming in soon.
I mean, Siam and Max Kush, making their way into the top 5 fraggers. Finally, Knuckle was pushed out, right? Avi was pushed out as well from the side of Enigma. I mean, these two players completely replaced by Siam and Max Kush coming in. I still remember Max Kush, that triple finish against Seoul.
Oh, yes.
Goblin was in front of him in a buggy. He took him down. He looked him in the eye with the iron sight